Welcome back to Magic Gathering Strat. It's time for the Gatecrash release events and we're gonna do a draft. When we draft we have a document with card evaluations. This I have compiled from different reviews of cards, looking mainly at Channel 5 board and LSV's thing. I found another one by a guy called Dr. Anime that was the worst of the three, but it was still a review. And the last one is Limited Resources, the podcast. I've also, over the course of the limited format, I will be adding my own notes to this. And I have published them on another site. They are mainly for reference there, so they are not public. In a sense, I might write my own review eventually, but it will probably be too late. I do have that document anyway for the pick orders. I'm also keeping at hand Magic the Gathering Goldfish for the value of the card, so I know what to pick. And picking a card for value varies where I pick it, but it's somewhere between $2 and $4. I will probably not pass a frontline medic right now, and he is $238 right now. So it's off to the races, and for drafting I have to kill my ad, which I don't do for my casual constructed videos. And we are playing in the release queues. We picked up some cheap 3.19 ticks for a Gatecrash from Goatbots. Okay, I think aggressive is good in this format, and I think Boros and Orso have proved themselves in the pre-release, but let's see where we end up today. What's in the pack? What is in the pack? Realm Right, that's pretty much nothing. Cinder Elemental is a good card. 1000 Lashes is even better. Death Cult Rogue is pretty good. It's one of those. And I don't think it's Cinder Elemental. I don't think it's Marked for Death. I think it actually is 1000 Lashes. Yes. Orzhov or Boros splashing Orzhov? Okay. There is a Syndic of Tides. There's a Cartel Aristocrat. He's not that good. Experiment 1 is pretty good. Morbus Strider looks extremely annoying and very good as an extort engine. But I am going into Orzhov here, and the Syndic of Tides seems pretty good. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I'm going Orzhov. Maybe it was the Halberd years. Molten Primordial. 4/7. There's another Experiment 1. There is a Grisly Spectacle, and that is probably the pick for some nice removal. Undercity Jank, Mark for Death, Frenzied Tilling, Morbus Strider again, Smite. Well, maybe I just keep piling on the removal. It's Orzhov all the way. I don't know anything about Orzhov. I played Boros in the pre-release and I never played against Orzhov. So let's see what happens. I have studied the cards quite a bit. This card, many mistakes for being a bad card, but I hear it's really good. And the swing is another removal. Basilica Screecher is a flyer. Is it a pulpit? It's so devastating once it's so slow as well. And the swing does a lot, but I think it might even be the Screecher. Now I'm gonna take the tapper and see how good it is. I frankly don't know, but the tapper is traditionally very strong in limited. Death's Approach, Ruination Worm, Sage Redemption, Skybinder Staff. That's just crap. This is just crap. This is just crap. Nav Squad Commandos. Well, he's a guy, I guess. He can probably do some decent blocking. So I'm picking him up. And I need more cheap cards. And more Extort. Vecon Apparition. 1/1 flyer, not very good. Miming Slime is pretty powerful. Though I think Gutter Skulk may be the pick here, or the Corpse Blockade. It's gonna take out anything, and I'm changing Gutter Skulk or Corpse Blockade. I think it's the Corpse Blockade I want to hide behind. Though that might be a big mistake. There's the Prophetic Prism, but I think my pick here is the Screecher for the Extort trigger. Slate Street Ruffian is probably gonna be a Grey Ogre on the defense. I see Gruul is not being picked here, but I'm picking the Slate Street Ruffian. It's not the strongest in my kind of deck. He's probably a Dimir card, or he looks even like a Rakdos card, and maybe he won't meet his full potential until Dragon's Maze. Please let me know what you think of my picks. I'm very open for suggestions. I want to learn this format as quickly as possible. And to do that, I listen to limited resources, I read articles, but the best way to do it is to discuss it. So please discuss the picks and what you think of everything in the comments. We are waiting for pick number 10. And it's looking decent, and I think Death's Approach is another removal here, and given the amount of removal we have, Death Approach becomes better. We now like to pick up some mill stuff. I don't like Shadow Slice at all. I don't like anything here in this crappy pack. There might be a reason to splash Dimir later, but I don't have that reason yet. Midnight Recovery. Well, do I actually pick up the Mortar Strider to annoy the hell out of people with it? I'll try that. Okay, Bioshift looks really bad. There's another Corpse Blockade. It's a foil land. There's a non-foil land. Okay, for the second pack, please give me Obsedat. Frontline Medic. I didn't want to pass that. I don't think I will. What else is here? The Mind-Eye Drake is pretty powerful, but if I can avoid going blow, I will. Shamble Shark is really good, but he is totally off color for us. And I think the pick of Frontline Medic here is quite simple. Now I'm just wondering, will he go up from 238 or will he go down? But I'm picking him. Murder Investigation, Sapphire Drake, Dimir Charm. That's a creature destruction spell. The Pit Fight, Guildscorn Ward. I guess it is the Syndicate Tides again, and maybe I am overpicking Extort, but I like him, and I heard so much about him. So what about White of Precinct 6? The Confessor looks really good. Psychic Strike, Shadow Alley Denizen. Intimidate, Armored Transport is very good in Boros. But I think my pick will have to be another Syndic of Tides. So I'm hiding behind my walls, extorting people to death. I don't expect to be able to get through for... Okay, maybe that's what I need. Horror of the Dim. Daring Skyjack, Battalion. Gains flying when he attacks. Yeah. Also key rune. 1/4 black white troll creature with lifelink. Okay, it's the key rune, and we know key runes suck. It's Shattering Blows, or it must be Daring Skyjack. So I'm taking it. Makes my curve look really nice here. Devour Flesh. Purge. The Profane. Another way to gain life. Demir. Key rune is very nice. Balustrade Spy. Is it the Balustrade Spy here? Or is it Devour Flesh? The more removal I have, the better. Yeah, I think it's Devour Flesh. It's a way to stop them from getting Battalion. And the more removal, the more fun I will have. That's 16 playables in the guild. And I want that for Mana Flyer because he enables Death Approach. So I really want him. Slate Street Ruffian, again, Gutter Skulk, Coerced Confession. Oh, that sucks. I think Holy Mantle is really good in this format. And I actually think it might be a first pick. Oh, Sunhome Guildmage this late. Wow. I'm so tempted to pick that, but I think Holy Mantle is actually a first pick. Or close to it. So I'm gonna pick that. Slate Street Ruffian, Key Room. They really want me to purge the Profane. There's a Gutter Skulk. This might be the hour to pick up the Guildgate. Or do I need another Gutter Skulk? Another? I don't have a Gutter Skulk. But I think I need two twos. And I am picking one of these. Which one? Scream loud so I can hear you. Which one should I pick? I'm taking the Gutter Skulk. I'm definitely not sure about that. Prevent all damage would be dealt to target creature. Dusk Mantle Guildmate. Well, I'm picking him up. Not sure that I want to splash. Dying Wish, just so bad. Morbus Strider Extort must be so nice. But there's another Death Approach, and there is an aerial maneuver. I'm taking Death Approach, and I will make it work. Here, Murder Investigation is super bad. Riot gear. Protection multicolored seems awful. Shadow Alley Denizen. Give one of my creatures intimidate. That really feels like a Dimir card. Horror of the Dim. They really want me to have that guy. I am taking him. And I'm purchasing the Profane. And I don't think I'm playing either of them. But I'm putting Purge the Profane in my sideboard against slow decks, such as a powerful Simic deck. Oh, crap. Rubble Hulk, Ripscale Predator, Agoraphobia, Gore Clone Rampager. He's so good. But there is another Grisly Spectacle. And I am gonna create Grisly Spectacles. They also enable Death's Approach. So that's great. I think Smog Elemental looks really good. But here's another Devour Flesh. How many creatures do I have? 14. And I'm just gonna pick that up. So, there is the Balustrade Spy. There's Boros Elite. He is obviously not very good in our deck. There's another Smite. That Smite looks really tempting. And it's probably better than the Balustrade Spy. What about the white with all my removal? This is a hard pick. Smite, smite, smite. But I do have a lot of blockers. What happens when I encounter flyers? It's the Balustrade Spy to help out my Death Approaches. I'm not sure. Oh, Thespian Stage. I thought this would be a super expensive card. And it's not worth anything at all. Sorry, I just have to know. It has fallen to 28 cents. Another Halberdier this late. I'm gonna pick this up. Or am I picking up the Halberdier? But I can't really splash white at red at this point. So I'm hiding red. I'm hiding green. And there's another Basilica Screecher. There's a Kingpin's Pet. That's quite the card. Another Halberdier. What about the Cartel Aristocrat? Sack another creature. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? I'm hating on the Halberdier. Martial Glory, Ember Beast. So many scary cards. There's a Dimir Guildgate. Do I want an armored transport? It can attack, but that is good only to enable battalion. But there's nothing else in the pack. Court Street Denizen. So it also feels like a Boros card. I don't think we are going blue here, because we have so many playables. We can start to get picky. Rust Scarab is really good, actually. Everyone is saying. Do I want the aerial maneuver? I'm picking it up anyway. I'm taking this Shattering Blow for sideboard. Not gonna play Purge the Profane. Then I'm down to 26. I think Horror of the Dim is pretty bad. So that's 25. I think this will be pretty nice. Midnight Recovery. It would be awesome to get Midnight Recovery going. And it might actually happen on one of my okay, that's 24 playables. So what has to leave us? It's 13 creatures, a lot of removal. I think this looks pretty good. 1000 Lashes, Kingpin's Pet. Good cards. We are preparing for... Let's include Midnight Recovery and see what happens. We don't want to take out any removal. Nav Squad Commandos, Debtor's Pulpit, Holy Mantle, Frontline Medic, Aerial Maneuver, Daring Skyjack, Syndicate Tides, Smite. That's 25 cards. We need to cut 2 cards. One of the 4 mana cards looks like it should be cut. And obviously Midnight Recovery is the bad card. But what if I get it going? Nav Squad Commandos is just a big blocker. But I need a big blocker. Who else is gonna block? Who else is gonna block? And I can't really go down to 12 creatures. So I think I have to cut Midnight Recovery. And I'm looking to cut Slate Street Ruffian. And that means I will play 12 cards. Or 12 creatures. But I'm playing 12 creatures. And 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 5.2, 6, 7, 8 removal. And I'm fueling Death's Approach by my Grisly Spectacles and Balustrade Spy. My 3 drop on the curve is bad. But I do have Extort triggers to fill out everything. 9-8, looking good. GTC Video 1, Orshov. And it's the 12th. I think this is my deck. I'm gonna submit and let's see how we do with this monstrosity of a deck.